Well, hi, good morning. Thank you for coming and joining me here in my shop. It's March 28th today, just about the end of March now. And yeah, there's snow on the ground outside, but the blue sky, hot sun, snow on the ground. Strange stuff. So, and minus 12 here, which is quite cold for this time of year. Poor cats. So today what I'm going to be doing is, or I'm going to try to do anyway, is perform the alignment procedure on this radio. I've already got things set up to some degree, but I haven't turned anything on yet. So we'll just take a look at what I've done, then we'll take a look at the information that's provided for this radio and see that I haven't done this right, or I have done this right. Then I'm going to switch everything on, let it warm up for a while, and then get busy on doing the alignment. Of course, the first stage in the alignment is to do the intermediate frequency stages. And this radio's IF frequency is not 455 or 460 like so many radios. It's 262, I think I remember reading, but we'll see that in a moment. So I've already made a connection to the grid of the 12BE62. That's pin number 7 there. I have a capacitor, and then I'll be hooking up my signal generator input to here, or output of the signal generator to here. And we'll feed that 262 kilohertz signal into the radio, and then I'll be making adjustments to the IF cans. They're both here. They have to be done from below and from above, or is it the other way around? It's the other way around. This is from above and from below, so I have to be able to access the radio. This can easily stand up on its end here, actually. When we do that, I'd rather do that now than when the radio's operating. Okay, so it's pretty easy to figure out where I got to put my alignment tool. Here it is, into the holes there, and on the other side underneath, same kind of thing. The objective is to adjust these and get a maximum reading on this meter. This meter is connected to the speaker voice coil. On this radio, because it's a car radio, the speaker only has one terminal. The other terminal, well, I had my hand on it. It's the whole speaker frame bolted to the case here and then bolted into the car chassis. It serves as the return for it. And I think that's all there is to it. Let's take a look at the information, and then we'll switch everything on and let it warm up for a while. Okay, here's the information sheet for alignment. The model 561, which is what I have. Let's just get a little better view of it here. Some general information on it. And it is interesting. Push button setup procedure. Pull push button to the right and out. I tried this already, and yes, the button comes out easily. If you have to push it to the right just a little bit. And then you push the button all the way in, and it will lock in the frequency that the radio is tuned to for that button. Output meter connections, cross voice coil, done that. Generator return to receiver chassis, will do that. Dummy antenna in series with generator, and it varies what it is. Right now, to do the step 1 here, which is the IF, it's a 0.1 microfarad capacitor. I have that clipped onto pin number 7 of the 12BE6. There we are, 262 kilocycles. Volume control position, as usual, maximum volume, tone in the middle, generator output minimum for a readable indication on the voltmeter. And that's just kind of a standard thing. Now there's some notes down here. Doesn't seem to be any notes related to the first. Yeah, what do I adjust? I adjust A, B, C, and D, and they are noted over here. A, B must be underneath, C, and D underneath. So these are probably written in order, so you really should start with this one, A, right here. Do them in order. Then after that, we make a few changes. We hook up to the antenna connector, hook the signal generator to the antenna connector with a tiny capacitor. And we work along through these adjustments, and there's a star here. Before making this adjustment, check mechanical setting of oscillator core H. The rear of the core should be 1 25/32 of an inch. Wow! From the mounting end of the coil form. This measurement is readily made by inserting a suitable plug in the mounting end of the coil form. Core adjustment should be made with an insulated screwdriver. So what they're doing here is they're giving you a starting point for the slug. Now I think this is written here with the idea that the radio is way out of alignment, and my guess is there's more than one peak from adjusting this slug, and this procedure gets you to the right peak. Now the radio's working, it can't be that far out, so I don't think we need to do this. I'm not going to attempt this 25/32 of an inch. I'm not going to do that. Now the other note, the double star, has to do with this adjustment. L is the pointer adjustment screw, which is on the connecting link between the pointer assembly and the core guide bar. See tuner drawing. Tuner drawing. Tuner drawing. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what they're talking about. It might be on another page. It should be adjusted so that when looking directly at the dial pointer, the pointer is on 900 kilocycles. This setting is to give a correct relationship between the pointer and the dial when the radio is installed in the car. The radio installed in the car, the antenna plugged in, adjust antenna trimmer G. Where's G? Where is G? There's G. It's right up inside the radio. Can you really do this with this installed in the car? I mean, I'm not familiar with the car, so this adjustment may have to be refined, or could be refined further by the owner of the radio once he has it back in his car. And this would be to compensate for the variations in the antenna and things like that. Just exactly how it's operating when it's in the car. So I'm not too sure what I should do about this one. Whether I should try adjusting it at all or not. Because conceivably it's adjusted already better for when the radio's back in the car than it would be sitting on my bench. Tune in a weak station and do it. So you don't need any equipment or anything. Because you're not changing the tuning of the radio in any way. Okay, I think that's pretty straightforward. I think I got everything set up correctly. Dummy. What are they talking about there? Dummy. Dummy. Tone control off it. Dummy. Okay, so let's take a look at this, what they mean by that. Oh, look at that. This is all laid out on here. You know, I just don't read these schematics close enough at times. Explains what this cable was I was wondering about, and shows the power plug, which I'm hooked up to. Okay, I did manage to figure it out though. Good. Let's go back and take a look at the radio and see if we can figure out what this dummy is. Pointing right in there. Okay, dummy. The tube in question is back here. I actually have a tube extender right now. I'll set it back down. I was going to use a tube extender to access the pin at one point, but I don't need it. Dummy. So what is the dummy? There's nothing here. There's nothing there at all. Don't know what they're talking about. Pull out this tube. Put the tube back in. And I have found that radios work better when the tubes are in. There we go. Okay, so the radio's going to stay up on its end here. Check to make sure I can access everything. Yep. At least these first four adjustments. Okay, we're going to need to switch it on and let it run for a little bit. And a few other things to switch on here. This is supposed to be a 262. There we are. Okay, all we have left to do is turn on the radio. Let me just double check the power situation. Looks good. Except I don't have the power turned on over here. The radio's switched off right now. Very good. Switch it on. Maybe keep an eye on that ammeter. That's this meter right here. Just see it jump up and come down right away when I switch it on. There we are. Hard to believe that the vibrator in these radios would run for hours and hours and hours without trouble. Okay. Too bad we have to listen to that too. There's definitely a buzz in that speaker. Oh, it's probably because I have a... Why would that be? Because I clipped that little capacitor on that right there. Oh, I pulled the antenna out. Yes, the antenna is out. The antenna is pulled out. Is that going to hurt? Not this first stage, that's for sure. I don't know what that. I don't remember this buzzing away. But I may not recognize the buzzy sound from the speaker versus the buzzy sound from the vibrator. That makes it pretty apparent. Again, with the automobile operating, you'd never hear that, I'm pretty sure. Of course, if you park somewhere, you're going to be listening to that thing running. Okay, let's just let it all warm up for a few minutes, and we'll go at it. This will be the first car radio I've tried to align. Sat down, picked up my coffee cup, and realized there's something else I should try with this radio. I should try the other power supply and speaker from the other radio here, because it has a electronic power supply and won't have this buzz going. And let's just check that out. Okay, so the speaker's wired just a little bit differently here on this power supply. It has two wires going to the voice coil. Neither one appears to be grounded, at least up here. Oh, it's grounded. This wire is just going up to here. An odd place to ground it, way up there. Okay, didn't need to do that, but had to do that. Figure out what's what. Better off here. Oop, let's put it this way. There we go. Okay, once again, we're going to power this up. See, I think it's going to sound a little different. Here we go. See if that whine sound comes back that I encountered with the other radio. If this is the only one video you're watching about this radio, it's quite possible. Yeah, there's that whining sound. What do you prefer? You prefer the buzz or the whine? Neither of which can probably be heard when the car's operating. So you got its volume here. I have to put the antenna back in to find that out. Better do that. Because I've switched to 2 different output tubes now, and the situation could be different. Okay. Piles of volume. Very good. Okay. I'll be able to let this run. I don't think we want the antenna in during this first. Oh my gosh. There. During the first adjustment, we don't need the antenna connection, and it just causes a problem. That's the radio with no antenna. Good show. This is probably reflecting the buzz sound that we're hearing right now. Okay, I'll let everything sit and warm up for a little bit, and we'll go ahead. It's right on the pin. It's right on the lug. Did I pick the right spot? Maybe I counted these wrong. Very tricky to see in there. I can't really see the the gap in the 2 pins. So I'm gonna pull out the tube here. Gap is that way. Gap is up and towards the side. I'll leave this out. Up and towards the side. Oh yeah, I've got the gap identified wrong. So I had this on the wrong pin. That's what it is. It appears to be no gap in the actual pins. That doesn't make sense. Up and towards the side. I think there's a this doesn't make sense. It's not making sense. Well, it looks like there's 8 pins under there in a 7-pin tube. Let me just stand this here. Count them very carefully. Start here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8. Those are weird sockets. We have 8 pins with terminals. Up above there's only 7 holes. Okay, the 2 pins come right through and can be seen. So let's see which one has no 2 pin in it. Isn't that interesting? So there's a pin socket where there's no pin. So that means 7 is completely different from what I thought. Completely different. Okay, we'll put this on here. That would certainly explain it. Okay, pretty tight in there. On the ground again. Ready for another try. Okay, turn down the signal generator output. Tune it back to 262. Switch is off, power on. Okay, watching the ammeter. We're good. There it is. You can hear that tone. Good show. We want the tone to push the meter up. And there it is. Okay. Volume, so it's definitely the volume of the radio. Now, is it the signal generator, which is actually quite low? So I'm going to turn up the signal generator. We'll see what happens to this. Only you have to step to the left here. Yeah, that's too much. Goes down. Go up 10. Very clearly, that's the signal generator doing that. Good. We're ready now. Ready for the adjustment. Okay, so the first one is A. A is from above. A is from above, and A is right here. Slide in a little bit. Okay, got it. Watching the meter now. Okay, a little more. We'll go from the bottom now. Pretty sure B must be the bottom. Same. Okay, we're in the bottom. There we go. Watching the meter. Way off. It's way off. Okay, adjust it some more. There's the peak. It's way off. I'll go to the top. I don't want to go any further than that. Okay, well, we got a lot out of that one. Go on to the next. That's pretty close. Down here. Okay. Watching the meter. That's correct. Okay, one screw way off. That probably made a substantial difference in the operation of the radio. Good show. Okay, now we got to do the next part. The next part is done differently. We're feeding a signal into the antenna. First thing we're doing is we're going up. We're doing E, F, and C. E, F, and C are capacitors. A little awkward to get to here. Okay, this over here. Really need to bring this right around here, like this. That's better. E, F, and C are these guys here. E, F, and C. So the way that works is E, F, and G. E, F, and C. Oh, okay. So it's E and F, not this. There's one down here. A little hard to see. It's tucked in there. It's a dual capacitor. There's two adjustments. And if we were to do E, then F, we'd be doing the lower one first. Okay, well, first we have to, I'm going to turn it off here. I'm going to remove the clip lead from that mixer tube here. Okay. And we want to go on the antenna. Now the antenna input is back there. We can get at it easily here. Okay, so I'm going to put the signal generator just onto the antenna input. And do we need a capacitor? We do. A tiny capacitor. 82. So I'm going to stop and set this up, and then we can carry on here. Okay. Oop, I think we're ready to start again. So I have the signal generator connected through this, not the best way to do it, but this is what I can do. There's the capacitor that's required in the circuit. And we have the signal generator set to 1615. And the radio is tuned all the way to the end. Yep, 1615 or whatever it is. And we should be able to hear the signal generator. Let me just turn it up a little bit. A little higher. Okay, I can barely hear it there. The volume's not turned up. So I'm going to tune the signal generator and find out where the radio is really at. Oh, sorry about that. So, lots of volume. The end of the run is supposed to be 1615, but it's actually 1603. Now, should I make the radio go to 1615? Probably should. Let me just look at the instructions here and see what it says exactly. 1615, high frequency stop, E, F, and C. E, F. So E, now it doesn't really say what is an oscillator and what is not, but normally the first thing you'd adjust is the oscillator, which would be E. And E is closest to the tube. Let's see what happens when what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this just a little high, like that. And see if we can turn this. If this is really an oscillator, it should come louder, as if I'm tuning the radio. Come on. Stuck. Yeah, it did come louder. Okay, so we'll work our way. 1650 is not far. Let's go just a little higher. Just so you can see what it is I'm adjusting here. Kind of see it. You know, I'm going to use a stiff screwdriver to do this because I think I can get away with it. Yeah, a stiff screwdriver's a lot better. Let's just see. Yeah, it doesn't make any difference. That's what I'm turning. Let's watch the meter now. Should really have the signal generator down and the volume up. The noises are louder than the signal generator. Okay, that's good enough. Next one is F. F is the other half of that capacitor arrangement. This is closer. Right, so this one here. That's it there. That one actually was okay. And the last one to do is adjustment C. What is adjustment C? Wait a minute. Oh, that's G. No, what's going on there? Suggesting I do C again. C is one of the... C is one of the IF cans. And it's the... this one. This one here. Or is that G? Is that G with part of the G missing? I'm looking very carefully. You know, is it none of those? Is it something else? If it's not G and it's not C, what could it be? No, it couldn't be B. A D? No. What? So the number on... So G is this. This guy here. Oh my gosh. Well, let me show you what I'm struggling with here. Okay, so I'm looking at this table. I've done A, B, C, and D. I've done E and F. And the next one is... That looks like a C again, which would be here. Or is it a G? The G is down here. And it just doesn't quite look right. There is no O. Why would they have you go back and do C? Why would they have you go forward and do G? So G is done at 1650. Oh, it's F. F also. Oh, you know what they're doing? They're just telling you to repeat it. They're telling you to repeat E and F, or F and G. So this is a G. G. And G is that last one. Okay, it all makes sense. Okay, we'll do G. That's what it's got to be. Yeah. Reproductions. Reproduced documents. So we're going to do this one. And here we go. Watch the meter now. God, nothing's happening. Okay, here we go. That's half turn, full turn. It's getting quieter. I don't like this. Half turn, full turn, half turn, full turn. It's not making much difference. Okay, I'm just going to peek back at the instructions again myself. Okay, well, we'll leave it like that. The next thing to do is go to the middle of the band, set the signal generator to 1 million. tuned to the signal generator. There it is. Okay, there it is. Don't have to worry about the dial markings. Tune it in. Very good. There we are. Okay, I think I have things sorted out here. J and K. J is this one. Okay, I'm on. We're watching the meter. I think it's just down from where it is. And then K. Okay, watching the meter. Down. What happened there? Kind of jumped. This is a skinny little tool. If the slug is sticky, the tool will twist in here and act like a spring, and that makes everything really tough. Where'd it go? This is really sticky. I can see the slug moving. Where did our station go? Our signal go? I don't like what just happened. Something funny happened here. Let's go back, find the signal. Way up here. Why did it get way up there? Okay, I'm supposed to be doing this where the radio is tuned roughly to 1,000,000. Let's do it at 1,000,000. I'll tune the radio. Possible I pushed hard enough to retune the radio. Okay, we'll tune it right in. I'm watching that meter. Okay, now maximize that. We'll go back to this. Back to this one here. So just pushing on these bars may have retuned. They go in. So I'm able to see the slug up through here. I can tell if I'm actually turning it. There we go. Now I'm in. Okay, watch the meter. Down. Same as the last time. See, that's just from pushing on it a little bit. Now we'll go in here. And we'll get on the slug. There it goes. Okay, we're in the slot now watching. Is it really moving? Yep. Watching the meter. It's almost no difference. Going like that. Let me check the instructions again because maybe I've got it wrong. We should be at 1,000 kilocycles. We're adjusting J and K. J and K are the outsides. here. J, the first one is this one. K is that one, the second one. There's a strange thing here. The one in the middle is called H. It never appears in the H is the one you adjust by distance, and you never adjust it again. H is done just by that measurement. I'd be better off leaving this just as it is at this point, because I'm pretty sure the radio is tuning. Fairly nicely. Okay, yeah, that's not terribly satisfactory, but that's about the best I can do there. The last adjustment is L, and this is adjusting the pointer. Once again, I'm not so sure I even want to bother with that. The pointer can't be that far out. This radio's probably not that accurate, precise anyway. Let's put the antenna on and see how it's working at this point. I think that would be a better idea. Bearing in mind that's never going to work all that great here in my shop, but volume's down. That made a bit of a difference. So that's at 0 volume. This is barely up. This is up. Well, you can see my hand. Hardly at all. Okay, tuning it somewhat blindly here. I'm going to clean that volume control right now. To really test this radio, it's got to go out of my shop and outside somewhere to be tested properly. But I think it's working pretty good. It's picking up 590 in the shop arrangement with a whip antenna. That's fairly impressive. Okay, well, we're out in my garage where it's minus 3 degrees right now, and I've got the radio set up. I've got the antenna set up, which I'm going to extend all the way up. Okay, got a car battery for power, and let's give it a go. Here we go. Okay, it's got to be a light. Okay, found the light. Oh, another one. Huh. Two of them causing trouble. Okay, now we're ready. Okay, that's actually pretty good. That's a French station that I often use for testing radios, and a radio in good shape can pick that up. A radio not in so good shape can't pick that up. I'm out here, it's just 4 in the afternoon. It's not particularly, it's not dark out or anything like that, so you can kind of see out the window there. It's a terrible shot of what's like outside, but still light out, and wouldn't expect any particularly great conditions to exist right now for picking up AM radio here. So not so bad. I think that's about it. That's about all I can do for this radio. Now I'm just frozen out here, so I'm going back in to warm up. So thanks a lot for watching this video series on the car radios. I'm not the most experienced guy with car radios, and I'm a little anxious each time I work on one, but the main thing about this radio was raising its volume. I succeeded in doing that quite nicely and found a little bit of a problem with the alignment of the IF and was able to correct that. Everything else seems okay, and that's it. Bye.